Well, uh, what can I tell you? It has been one of those days. One of those days. It's been one of those days. I gotta take the tassel out when I sit. Um, it's been quite. I got so much to tell you. Even though we are going to discuss the sacral chakra, I have news for you. Uh, some of it is comfortable, and some of them is a little uncomfortable, a little bit unsettling. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Yay! Sending you love by. Hey, how are you? Well, I tell you, it's I'm still going through it. I'm still going through it. You know that, like I told you, half the truth is not done. They put a crown in temporary, but they still got to go back and do because I have so much pain. And as well, I don't want to bore you because you already know. The second half of the surgery will be on the 17th of December on the same tooth, and then it's like they have to do it all over again in the second tooth, and then 9 more times on the other tongue. You know, and but I was feeling a little overwhelmed with all of these procedures, and and the money. My God, I don't have Medicaid or welfare or anything like that. I gotta pay all cash, and it's just oh oh. No, so my Saturn return is not here yet. It'll be at 56, 57 on my donation, 54. It's popping. Beep, beep, pop, 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 pop. Popping. No, and it has caused me to stop. And I got another problem now. Now, I am a task master. I will find a way out of any situation. And I have found a way out of doing the videos because before I couldn't do the videos. Now, because the laptop is fucked up, the tablet is fucked up, and all the systems has to get everything new twice. You know how much money I spend doing that? And it's definitely some kind of negative energy or force trying to destroy what I'm doing. But they got the right one. Because fighting is what I know how to do best. So they got it. I'm not worried about that. It's just inconvenient. That's all. That's all. It's just inconvenient. I do have a couple of announcements to make. I am catching up on the readings. There's a lot of you who still have not gotten your reading, and I've called you and couldn't reach you. Some of you have missed a call, then I missed a call, then I didn't feel well, then with my antibiotics and recovering. So it's been like phone tags. Not too many, about 2 or 3 of you. I'm going to read the names later of those that I still need to do birth charts reading. We haven't connected, or because I was sick and the surgery couldn't do it. You all know ahead of time that I couldn't do it and I needed time to replenish. So I'm going to read those names, and between tonight, Corey, I will be reading Corey at 1, but I started so late because my Saturn, this was Saturn strike. The time, the management of the time sucks. So Corey, if you are listening or if you're watching this video, we are going to begin our session at 1:30 instead of 1 o'clock. We should have started earlier, but again, it takes me so long to get ready, and everything goes wrong at the last minute. And that's my Saturn cross. So, and there's nothing I can do about it. I can't stop it. You cannot fight against the gods. You can't. You won't win. So the only thing I can do is manage the situation as best as I can. No. So I was invited to a banquet. Emery is retiring, and over 100 people, all our friends and influencers will be there. And he asked me to come, if I want to come, And it was going to be the retirement party. He's now celebrating it with his new partner and retiring in Africa, where we were supposed to do. So I felt a certain way about it. Not emotional, like, I miss you, no. But something just didn't feel right and felt unjustly still, like either like proper restitution has not been paid, honored. So then I left it up to the Elohim and to have them, handle and transmute those feelings. So I was thinking a little kind of ways today about it. I chose to decline to attend. But I still got dressed in my nice tailor-made suit, which I did for the occasion before all this happened. This was done 2 years in advance. I didn't think that it was going to end up with the rule and we getting all that kind of stuff. Saturn had other plans, obviously. So this is what I was supposed to wear. So I'm going to wear it here, doing what I like to do best. Besides my fighting, I like to be here in the air with you and share the best of me. Today, I share the best of me to you. Today, I have not been drinking at all. And I'm surprised myself. I'm surprised that it's been, you guys, do you realize that it has been 3 months since I drank? I was thinking weeks. And Miss Farmer, this has been months. I don't go to the bars. Like I go when I do my videos, I take pictures and I show you I'm at the bar drinking or eating sushi. None of that. But then again, and then of course in New York, with the pandemic, things have gotten a lot more serious. They've gotten a lot more serious. Like I mentioned in the last video, you cannot go to a restaurant and eat if you don't have that card. Mama Sushi, Hard in Public, the same. All the places where I used to go and have a drink and eat and take pictures and socialize and know the owners, everyone, all of that has been changed. And I didn't know because I was in Texas, where things are much more free. I thought the opposite. I thought that in Texas, in Sugarland, where I live, I did not realize that they were as free. I thought they were quite conservative and quite restrictive. It's a very wealthy community. But I come to realize that it is here in New York where it's really bad. I came back to a city on lockdown culturally because since people are not taking the vaccines by suggestion, what the government has done is that they have infiltrated culture. They're using our culture against us. Well, you cannot go to a restaurant and eat. You cannot go to a bar and drink. You cannot go see a football game, Yankee Stadium. You can't go to a place without that vaccine card. They are infiltrating our culture. The things that we enjoy and love is being denied unless we do this. You know what that's called? That's not a democratic system. That's called a Republican, bureaucratic totalitarianism. Shit that we learned about in the 80s. The government is going back to that. We are no longer an American country of free or true, because it was never free, but it was always true. But now, in addition to never have been free, now it's no longer true that democracy is for all. No, the guise is democracy, but it's not. It's totalitarianism. We are moving from our democratic system that our founding fathers created to another system that our founding fathers did not put us on course for. And that is totalitarianism. These third world countries in the past, they're no longer third world countries. Many countries are now developing countries and are no longer in that mentality. But a lot of the countries on this planet have always been under a monarch or dictatorial rule. The United States of America was the first country of its kind to instill a democratic system of equality for all. Even though we know it was bullshit at the end of the day, it still was a concept that could be taken seriously and flourish. Maybe not by the United States, but maybe another country that would say, well, they're just giving you a facsimile of it. Let's give you the real shit. But now there's a major disrespect to the actual concept of the democratic system, because now the government is forcing us to take a vaccine. If we don't want to, they take away our right to be who we are in our own space and country. When that begins to occur in a society, we are moving from one form of philosophy or ideology of a governmental system to another. We are leaving behind the democratic system and going into totalitarianism. Guys, do not fall asleep. And they are doing it gradually and insidiously through our culture. Yes, this is the United States of America, folks. It has never changed its face. But I think now, we, as much older folks who bought into the system, we can't do anything about it because, we're on our way out, right? We're not going to live forever. Now, the millennials will be the next ruling class. And it's up to you. It's up to you, the millennials, born from 1995 to 2008. That's why I did a video on epochs, phases, periods, and ages. It's important. And you gotta know what decade and age and group you belong to, because something will be required of you, collectively and individually. I got so much to say, I don't even know if I'm going to get to the sacred chakra part 4. I might have to go back and change it in the editing, because it is a lot to cover, and there's so much more to do. I know it's hot and it's about with the lighting, So here I have the limoncello from Italy. It's a liqueur, not alcohol, a liqueur. The alcohol by volume, and it's distilled in Italy because this is not a product of the United States, but of Italy, and it's imported. Let's see here. I know the eyesight's damn. Okay. Oh. I see. 750 milligrams. Alcohol is 28% by volume. This is a little bit too high. But in Italy, it is not 28%. So every country, like I said, has different laws when it comes to distillation and purification. So by the time the contract is with the United States to do it with Italy, they may go through the secondary distillation, because that country's population with alcohol tolerance will be different than ours. And the adjustments have to be made. And that's how that works. But it's not this high in Italy. But it was contracted to be distilled and brought to the United States, where our drinking limit and capacity and tolerance is higher or lower, then that will influence how much alcohol will be distilled per country brought to its population. It's truly quite a political process. You'd be surprised with alcohol. So I got the alcohol, and I bought cream soda, which is very sweet. I don't recommend this soda. But I lost so much weight, and I'm still losing weight, and they're concerned about that they want me to really pack in the sugar. And the carb. Well, it's sugar because carbs turn into sugar. They really, and listen, I'm 54 years old. I don't eat like I used to. And when I've been drinking, it killed all the hunger mechanisms of the body. But, me, I'm a magician. I can always bounce it back. And I eat. I do. I eat all day, throughout the day, little bits. If in order to re-jumpstart the hunger system, which has to be re-jumped up because the alcohol over time kills that. That's why alcoholics die or develop serious malnutrition before they die, because the alcohol is the supplement to the food. And I'm just a high-strung, fiery energy. So sometimes even without drinking, I forget to eat. So that combination is no good. It's no good. It's no good. It's no good. It's no good. So there's a lot going on, against me when you develop a habit of drinking and not eating and taking care of yourself. Not because you don't love yourself, not because you have issues, but I'm such a fiery person that these things don't matter to me. just what I want to do in my end results. But of course, I'm getting older. I realize I have to set an example and kind of modify things. I'm too used to doing things my way, the alien way, and I love it. No, I the only way I know how to be. So, and of course, to hydrate, I got my mineral water. These are good. I like mineral water. I drink them all the time. I drink like 5 of these today, you know. And I got a split. This is my second weed today. And this is my first. And this is my second. I don't drink weed, smoke weed like I used to. And do you know how much money I have saved every week? You know what my bill was for alcohol and drugs? No weed, no coke, no none of that stuff. I would spend at least $500 to $600 a week buying the alcohol and the drugs. Now going to a restaurant to drink, it was another $500, $600 bill per every 2 days. I was spending a lot. I make the money, but I spend a lot of it. But then again, when you are unhappy and miserable, despite looking good, having money, having health, happiness is not about money. Happiness is about being happy with yourself and content with yourself. All the other stuff are extras. And I've always been someone happy in my own skin. Always. And I've been fat, skinny, muscular, lanky. I've been a Virgo, the comedian. I'm happy any which way. And that love of self is really the best gift the Creator can give you. Because without that, money, good looks, wealth, popularity, none of that means anything if you don't love you. Because if you don't love you, then none of those things you're going to feel you deserve or even be capable of reaching. I've always felt deserving and capable of anything. And when I look at myself in the mirror, I always like and love what I see. I was never one of those people that didn't like what he saw on the women. I don't care. I don't know why. I was just blessed with that kind of confidence and self-love. And people sometimes confuse and think, oh, I can't drink like that. He don't love himself. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I like drinking because I love it. And I love the taste of alcohol. And I love drinking. Yes, it could be detrimental, but I know my limits. I'm not dumb. I'm Virgo. I know my limits and stuff. I got this. I got this. And you all see me go up and down, and I still got it. And that's because I know who I am. I know me. Now you might be saying, why does this have to do with the sacral chakra? Well, it has everything to do with every part of you, because it's a part of you. What I'm speaking now is the solar plexus, the ego, the seat of the ego, and the personality. And I love me. I love me some me now. But you want me to love me some me. Otherwise, I won't be able to love you if I don't love me. Everything is connected. Everything is connected. Nothing is isolated. It might appear to be that way, but it's not. I was able to stand here alone in a suit that I had tailored, $600-700 suit, to go to a banquet to people I'm no longer connected with and don't even like. I might respect the person but not like you. I may love you but not be in love with you. The Spirit of God is in you, so I have to love you. But I don't have to have anything to do with you. And that's where I'm at. And I'm okay and happy to sanction that. However, when you get those moments that come out of nowhere, and I grab you by surprise, what do? Well, that's it. If you really want to go deep, you can say, oh, that might be an archon trying to fuck your day and put memories of stuff that may be causing you some pain. Well, okay, bitch, bring it. And if it does cause me some pain, if it does cause me something, then it means that I'm not completely over and may need to complete and still go through more process of healing. So I could take and look at it that way instead of a contempt. Or I can look at it as a contempt. Fuck you, nigga. Get out of here. I'm good. Get deep behind me saying, hum. No, I can do that. It doesn't matter. What matters is the end result of how you feel. Because at the end of the day, you are the star of your own soap opera. I am. And that can become a powerful deflector of the other bullshit that goes on that may or may not affect you if you let it. So even the way you live your life, if it is fucked up from A to Z, you could still change that around mentally by just looking at it from a different angle and then detaching yourself from it and saying, well, maybe this is happening to me so that I can be an example of how to be strong in handling it so other people can see that and emulate it. That could be a way to look at it. Or, okay, I'm going through all this shit to make me a tough motherfucker so that I can lead other people who may need that kind of energy to fight this type of nigga or this type of situation. You never know how the universe is going to use you and in what capacity. So the vehicle has to always be ready. And I think that's part of life that catches us off guard. And then we develop a reaction to it, forgetting that this is what we signed up for as part of the great soap opera. Because it is a great soap opera. None of this is real. And when you do die, physical matter, when that moment comes, and you can pass out and die again just on the fear of the prospect of that moment. And then poof, it's over, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, I didn't die, I'm still here. Oh my God, that's my body there? Oh my God, and then you're going to enter the whole new reality with its own host of problems and challenges. No different than this plane here. So what happens to you on this plane is actually a preparation of what you experience on the next planes to come. If you look at it that way, you will not see your obstacles and pain as a punishment, but as a preparation for something greater that will be required of you, that you need to muster that energy and strength, which this type of trial and experience, however unfortunate and painful, will prepare you for. It makes sense, but that doesn't mean you have to like it. Because I certainly don't. But that's what we signed up for. Yes. Now, before I say hello, let me read some of the names of some of the people that still need to get a reading. Because I don't want you to think that I forget. I don't forget. But sometimes, like I said, divine timing. God will see to it that you get your reading when the time is ready, despite the fact that you've already paid. Because again, this is not about the money. And sometimes I do call, and I can't get through. So even when I want to, the gods are saying, the gods are like, no, you'll read her when we are ready for you to read her. She'll wait, or he'll wait when it's ready. Because sometimes I go against it, oh my God, I gotta read them. They want their money back. I gotta read them. These people are impatient. They're not old like us. They're impatient. This is a millennium. You gotta give the instant gratification. They're like, you wait. No, so then I'm the priest. Okay? I don't call the shots. They do. So don't worry. I will get to you because I don't like it. But it's like that. Sometimes you might need to hear something at a particular moment, or there's something that you want to know that is not appropriate for you to know at that moment. They are in control. All right. Oh, buddy. Mm-hmm. Okay, these are the people that I still need to be read by me. Have not called me, and I've called them, and some are busy, some are, because life, they got a horrible retrograde. Penelope, Philip, Corey today at 1:30. I hope he's listening. Angelo, Nora, Jamie, Jenny was sick in Ibiza, Spain. I hope you're feeling better. Love Ibiza. Kinara, I'm writing her a letter. Everything is fine with her. She just needs to be patient and a little more humble. Shandon. Najiba. We spoke before and we got things arranged. Najiba, I would love to talk to you tonight if we can after Corey. Leanne, Lisa Shay, Yolanda, Ariel, Vanessa. I've not been able to get Vanessa. Anna, Nick, Mr. Michael Wyatt, I'd like to talk to you, and Mr. Illman. Illman, I gotta get back. I didn't forget about you, Mr. Illman. Francisca. Beatrice. Kyra. Linda. Walter, this is Mr. White. Sade, we are almost done with our contract. We reached that level at that point where we're done with the service. Destiny, I've been calling, have not been able to reach you. Destiny, 57, well, I can't give out the phone number. I can't do that. I have to, I can't do that. Michaela, through WhatsApp, and the number disappeared. Ruby, Michaela Jensen, because I have 18 Michaelas. I believe I've read Janine from Danville, Virginia. Janine. Okay. So far, and I have a few of the old readers that are being circled back. Miss Farmer is no longer doing appointments for scheduling. I have taken over to do the appointments and schedulings myself. It seems that a lot of people give Miss Farmer a bad time and a bad reception because they think that she's the barrier for people to get directly to me. So I decided to take over, and now if you want an appointment for a reading or birth chart, you will be hearing directly from me. Okay? And if I don't answer, don't take it personal. You realize I get 800 calls a day and 300 emails a day. It's not that I'm blowing you off or that I think you're less important. It's not that at all. I got 49,000 of you. And my career primarily is not YouTube. This was an accident. I had no idea this was going to blow up like this. So I wasn't prepared for a staff to handle the volume. That's something that I'm doing now with the school. And even then, many people don't want to talk to anybody else but me. And I understand, because I'm over 50 and very experienced and educated. And it really does depend on that when you choose a good astrologer. So I prefer that you choose a good astrologer who's over 40, not over 20, 30, because they don't have enough life experience to be able to relate to what your problems may be. So I understand why people don't want to talk to anybody else but me. But then if that's the case, you have to be patient and not be so quick to think that it's something else. But then again, that's the way the world is. It's human nature. Well, I'm here, and I'll answer always. So okay, so we got these people. I got that out of the way. Good. And for those of you, if you do show up on the street now, and I owe you 25 or 25, I'll do it now after we finish the sacral chakra to conclude, so that we can move on to the other chakras. But first, let me say hello to some of you. See what's going on. Oop, oop, doop. Okay, all righty. Let's see. Do I have my glasses, my thing? Because I always gotta get the other thing. I know I gotta get my glasses, I gotta get my, oh my God, I'm going through so much. I need to hire another assistant. Oh. Because it's just too much. It's too much. Oh, look at that. Oh, dear. Saturn. Again, it's a management. That's why he's called the devil. He's not called the devil without reason. Capricorn, the devil. You guys are beginning to see this. Every time I get on the air, I'm interrupted by little things that need adjustments, which I've done before. But this is how Saturn in Aries in its fall eats up your time. And let me tell you, I got a lot of enemies. But even to my enemies, I will not wish them this. This is it's a powerful experience. And, it's Saturn. Again, the word Saturn, Satan, that's where the word Satan comes from. It's the same root. And it means obstacles, a sorrow by adversity. The first defiant of the gods, Satan. I don't buy the story completely. Something else is going on. But I have a lot to tell you today about the invasion. Even I didn't want to talk about it at one point. But the Orishas are telling me that it's time to have a conversation about it. So you don't get caught by surprise when the spaceships arrive. Because they are coming. And everybody knows it by now. Hollywood is making all kinds of space movies. You ain't taking it, all kinds of space movies. All kinds. Netflix, they're preparing us for what's coming. But our own government is deceiving us. They are going to try to make it look like they are the enemy. They are not. They're here to restore balance because the elite families and the elite have taken over this planet unchecked and made it ruins of all the other kingdoms in nature. And they are coming back to restore balance. And the elites know this. The bloodlines know this. So they're going to try to use us against them. And they are our liberators. I cannot talk too much about it because I've already been told not to discuss certain things. And they really are holding me to it. But I feel, before that, I know, right? Let me say hello to a couple of you and see who's here so we can continue. All right. Who is here? Hello. Where is the magnifier? Where's the magnifier? Okay, I'm gonna have to. Hold on. Where are you? I know I put you somewhere here. Let me do real quick, guys. Real quick. There you go. There you go. I'm gonna take off my shoes and make myself at home. I put them on because I'm on the air, so I'm gonna look nice. But you know what? Leave your family. Fuck it. Look, I have my feet sitting on this lovely. That's how you gotta treat yourself like a king. That's part of loving yourself. Ain't nobody gonna love you like two people. Yourself and your mother. All right. Let's see who's here. Nectar Lotus. Now let's go further back. Shay Baby and James G. Education. I didn't delete the videos, Mr. James G. Education. They were moved to Patreon. You have to go to Patreon to see them. Son, Keisha McLean. I love you. Thank you. We love you. Love you, Chile. I love El Gato Negro. That's excellent Chilean wine. Red wine, El Gato Negro from Chile, Santiago, Chile. Wonderful, wonderful city, by the way. Angela Blogs. I love you. Bye. Jenny. Rachel. Galaxy. Frankie, 5 times. Rachel Elizabeth. Deanna Mayers. Deanna, you asked a question that requires a synastry birth chart. That's a very simple answer. And nothing is simple. Now when it comes to two people, you have to get one of them chart. Abraham, spiritual soul, gazer. Fernando is a NASA giving. Oh, yeah, he has a question concerning. Fernando, is NASA giving me a fake birth chart? Do I need to go to a secret society to get my real one? Because the government is lying to us? Well, just because the government is lying to you about extraterrestrials doesn't mean that he is concerned enough to about your birth chart. No. Why? The government is not even concerned about that. Birth charts is something that private people who have this knowledge will offer you. The government believes that you're not concerned about that because there are no schools and no references of astrology in the United States, other than bookstores and libraries. Luisa Sanchez, how are you? Rachel Elizabeth, oops, glad to what? Glad to see you finally admitted. Or is this to me or maybe somebody else in the chat? Because I don't have a problem admitting anything. If you ask me, I'll tell you. No. Because then, no, yeah, I'm not. I'll go at what? Yeah. The birth chart is something that this country does not care about, and things that you don't know anything about it. But of course, if it catches popularity long enough, the government will begin to realize that there are shamans and astrologers out there educating the public. If it becomes a problem, the government will do what the church used to do: kill us and get rid of us. Nothing's changed. Remember, nothing is new under the sun. What does it mean if an astrologer's second reading was completely off and wrong, but first reading was excellent? Could it be an account? You have to get a third astrologer and do a cut of the two. If you don't want to error in an astrologer, don't choose an astrologer that's below 40. If you choose an astrologer, I don't care how intelligent or how well educated he is, if he's below 40, he will not be as good as someone in their 50s or 60s, like me, who have ample experience and world travel and can connect human behavior and human things to other people. If you don't have an astrologer that has not seen life, 20, 30s, then you are going to uh, get an astrologer that, although overzealous and although very good, might miss out on the timeline of when things can actually occur because he himself is too young to have had those experiences. So if you don't want to make a mistake with an astrologer, make sure that he's at least over 50. That will guarantee that he has plenty of experience and knowledge and education, and you won't go wrong. You're 18. Can you get a birth chart done? I don't recommend it. If you will call me for one, I would say no. You're too young. You don't know what to do with the information. And if I were to do it, I won't charge you that kind of money because you probably won't be able to pay that kind of money at 18 years old. Number one, that's another reason why they are expensive, is to keep those who are not supposed to have it away. and those who take it seriously to purchase it, because it is a loaded gun if you don't know what you're doing. And again, to deprogram you at 18 years old by like giving you a birth chart will be a terrible thing to do to you. You're here to experience life, and that requires an ego that is unaware of its own godity. If I unlock those doors at 18, you're going to know that you are God on earth, and therefore you're going to wait your entire life to get out of this body to go on to the next cycle. And be miserable, because none of this will matter to you, because you know that it's an illusion and it's not real. To reach that level of knowledge and understanding at a young age can be very depressing indeed, because then it doesn't lead a prospect for what you do next in the future in a world that's not real. Think about that. Give that thought. Love you, bye. Okay, good. Jackie Stephen. Hey, Stacy, how are ya? All of you. Love all of you for attending. Now let us begin with or conclude with the sacred chakra. I got 20 minutes because then I'll be talking to Corey. So, and I believe I have just about that much. I might have to do a part 5. I think this is part 4 that I'm doing. I might be mistaken in the time because I didn't check. I'm doing so much. So I'm thinking that it's part 5, but it might be part 4. Oh, my goodness, the lighting. One thing I don't miss about working in theater or in soap operas is, the heat, the lighting. Oh, God. You know. But come to think about it, for me to do this, I require the same type of setup like I do in a Broadway production or television or film. Okay, there we go. They stand there majestically. Okay. Let's take the vote. I like to call the vote. Right? The vote, yeah. This book cost me $400. But look, it has all the stones, all the 7 stones of Jehovah and of the planets. Remember, the name and vibration numerically of God is number 7. Okay, so let us conclude with the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra, understand, corresponds to Scorpio, Pluto, and the 8th house. How are you, California? Uh-huh. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Uh-huh. Come drink. Notice that I have this drink and I don't think I ever had one sip since I've been on the air. I've been on the air now for 44 minutes and 4 seconds. Not one zip have I had yet. It takes it away. The liquor just sits there. They've taken away my need to drink. And I like it. Oh, the book is wonderful. And it has locks and keys like the Lord of the Rings. Like the Book of Shadows from Charm of one of them series. This shit is real. I'm an example that that's not fiction. Is real. This is a real Book of Shadows with spells and stuff. That work. It ain't fiction, guys. It's not fiction. I'm not fiction, am I? I'm telling you, this is real magic. It's real. Especially if you were born with a strong 12th house, Pisces, Neptune, or Scorpio. And I have all 3. You know? And I'm a Virgo, the sign of the magician. Hello? Okay. So here we are, and I have Mercury on my ascendant at a magical degree. So I was born to do it. Now we're going to go and go. I think I was talking about the criteria of what makes a long-lasting commitment relationship work. Okay? Okay? Oh my God, someone just said that I look like Humpty Dumpty, a black version. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty came on the wall, and you know the story. Oh, that's cute. Now, I like Humpty Dumpty. And you know what's so funny that you say that? Because I did a play off Broadway when I was a teenager of Humpty Dumpty. And I played Humpty Dumpty. So that's kind of weird that you said that. That is fierce. Humpty, yes, I'm telling you. And at that time, I had a big book. Well, you all know, I've always known who I was since I was 4 years old. I'm doing a little review. Okay? Uh, I had mentioned that women and men look at sex differently. No, I don't believe in wearing wigs. Why? I got my own good hair. Um, Men and women look at sex differently. Okay? Men and women look at sex differently. The men are so it's what can I say? It's you know what? I might I might have to find that out. I might need to get back to you on that. Because there's a lot more to say about it. But men and women see sex differently. Women connect to it on a more spiritual base. Women look at sex, and this is not to say that they don't get horny and lust and look at us and objectify us men the way we do them. Of course they do. And they are just as horny as we are. Don't sleep on that when it comes to women. The only reason why they don't show it is because they're not allowed to, because they are set by parameters of government and culture not to. That's how the external society controls the way we behave towards each other and society at large. So, but men are encouraged not to see sex as a spiritual doorway, but to look at it as a physicality that requires instant and immediate gratification, and then it's over. Women are taught one way and men are taught another way. And I think it's fucked up. It's fucked up. Because when you tell one sex to do and operate one way, and then you tell the opposite of that to the other, how the fuck are they going to get together? When you give them polar opposite opinions of what to do and what not to do. It's fucked up. And that's exactly how it was designed. Well, the shamans now, entering the Aquarian age, we are here to aggressively change that. Because we weren't allowed to influence the educational system and say, this should be taught at this point, this should be taught at that point, this should be taught at this. You need to teach the population about this, about that. That's why you need all kinds of licenses and degrees to be an educator. They did it that way on purpose so that they don't have everybody teaching you and telling you how to do the right thing. So you understand. Luckily, I do have my background in education as well. and that way I don't get knocked out the box. No, bitch, I got my education credential here. No, bitch, I got my psychotherapeutic license credential here. No, bitch, I got my do that. And that way they can fuck with you. And then you use their own system against them, and then you teach what you're supposed to be teaching them, not what they want you to teach, because they want to control your mind and how you learn and evolve. That should not be left to government or religion. It should be left to the individual. Once he's given the tools, he decides which direction to go. He don't put a gun in his head and decide where he should go. And that's what government and religion do. So as shamans, enough! The Piscean age is out. We're done with it. Now we are going to do things the way it should have been from the very beginning. So like that, we don't fuck up another race line of humans who have steered off the wrong way and have been allowed to purposefully. And that's why these beings are coming to correct this injustice, this imbalance created by our own human beings, who are ourselves. So you have to understand, as above, so below. Just like we invade other countries down here, well, you have solar systems that invade other solar systems. As above, so below. Have we been invaded before by other star systems? Yes, we have. Is it on record? Yes, it is. Does the Earth have evidence to prove it? Yes, it does. Have we been taught this? No, we haven't. And we won't, if these elites have anything to say about it. So this is why these beings are coming here. They're waging war, but not against us, against those who have turned this planet upside down. It's deep. It's deep. And it's about to get deeper. Guys, I apologize, but I cannot begin to do the sacred chakra because it's 1:30. I got to talk to Corey. And I'm going to change the header from sacred chakra number 4 to just discussion talks. And then hopefully I can get back on the air and finish it. But this is my Saturn. I just try as best as I can to have the time, but then I don't want to fail in the appointment. That comes first.